Welcome to the first episode of my podcast. I don't have a title for it yet.
If you don't
Figure
have a
that out
title,
down. We'll figure that out down the road.
okay.
But we had an amazing guest lined up today, but he couldn't show up, so instead we have Zach.
Oh,
Welcome in, Zach.
well, thanks, man. Wow.
Good to have you
That's
here.
that's
Good.
that's that's so kind to hear. Who was who
Yeah.
was who was the great guest that you had
Yeah, it's
scheduled?
confidential. Confidential. We don't
It's probably
discuss
you're
that.
gonna have him back at some point. Or
We'll
is that
have them here at some point
Army
if the
Hammer?
yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zach is here with us today. Figure it's the new year. Could start out with some New Year's resolutions. So we'll just discuss a few things we want to accomplish in the new year, maybe some goals, habits to change, something like that. So Zach, why don't you start us off? Did you have any New Year's resolutions this year?
Not really. No, I don't really believe as much in New Year's resolutions. Like if there's something I want to change, like I'll just do it at any point. Like it being the new year doesn't make me let's change something. If I had to say something, obviously physical health always becomes quite the concern come January, especially after a New Year's party. Um, but or they apparently a New Year's party. But yes, I'd say focusing a little bit more physical health, go to the gym a little bit more. But like it's not like a hard New Year's resolution, I wouldn't say. It's also pretty
So
like stereotypical.
I agree. I agree with the fact that you shouldn't wait to change something for the new year. But I still like having New Year's resolutions anyway, because it's nice to have a clean slate to start. I think changing things, you could do it at any time of the year, and you should just start. You shouldn't wait till the new year. If it's like December 2nd and you want to stop, you should do that. But I
We
think the new
can we
year does
can
give a.
we can curse in
Well,
the pod. We can curse in the pod.
yeah, you can curse. I'll bleep it out. You should,
You'll
after the
bleep
first,
it out.
usually in the first 5 minutes. I'm not trying to get monetized, so I don't really care. Um, yeah. So if you want to stop being lazy, you want to stop, whatever, you should do that. But I think it's good to have a clean slate, regardless. It's good to have a clean slate. So I made a vision board actually for the new
Oh
year.
wow. Okay.
So it's just like it's like a collage of pictures. I keep it right on my desk, behind me. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to. I have my mic here. I also have like a big setup, and I don't want to move my computer. But
Mhm.
one of my goals for sure is to read more this year. And I know our friends hearing that I'm gonna get flamed for reading. That's a good habit. But yeah, I'm gonna try to read one book a month is my goal. Nothing crazy, no
Nice.
crazy long books, but just something to get started. I already finished my book this month, which was Atomic Habits. Great book, highly recommend. Um, my girlfriend and other friend think it's a cult. I won't say their names just for their safety right now. They think I know everything in the book already, which there's some truth to that. Like with self-help books, they just tell you things sometimes that you already know. But there were some great stories on there, and honestly, it's good to hear it again. And there's some strategies that I hadn't employed yet. So for those who don't know, Atomic Habits is like a self-help, trying to fix your habits type book. Get your life together, get it in shape, whatever. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed reading it. It's helped me get a new routine for working out. So really appreciate that. So that's one of my goals for sure. Um, Another one of my goals, the YouTube Shorts, man. Gotta stop with the YouTube Shorts. I deleted TikTok and I deleted Instagram because
Deleted
I was too.
TikTok. You like a day.
What do you mean a
You
day?
like a day until it's gone. Until they just ban that
Oh
shit.
well, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really. TikTok doesn't really matter.
I
I
deleted
didn't have.
TikTok.
I'm
It's
saying I haven't
January
had.
19th.
What I would say is I haven't had TikTok for like a long time. Like I deleted these apps a while ago. But what happens is every single social media, it's inevitable. It is inescapable. Every single social media has a short form video type of deal and it's inescapable. So if you can't get your fix from TikTok, you trickle down to Instagram Reels. You can't get it there, you trickle down to YouTube Shorts. I don't have the YouTube app on my phone because I don't want to watch YouTube before bed. But I'll end up going on Safari, logging into my YouTube, and then watching YouTube on Safari. And it's like that is so degenerate. And I sit there and look at myself after like 10 minutes, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing? So I want to cut that out. That is going to be that is probably up there. I don't know which one in the priority list is more important for me, but that's up there for sure.
My
So,
my friend has Twitter or like wants to stop using Twitter, and he'll just log in like on Safari. He'll do the exact same thing.
I know.
And
I want to
my
stop
one of
using it, and you
my
have to get your fix.
one of my coworkers does the same thing with Instagram too, which is just very funny.
I know. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. Misery
No,
loves
no.
company.
But like
But
at that point,
yeah.
just like get the app. Like, come on, like just get the app at that point.
No, I the point is you want to stop. So this is a good
Logging in
bar.
on Safari,
Yes, you're
there's no
creating
barrier.
barriers to entry.
There's no barrier though.
Yes,
Wait,
it
I would
is. You
argue
have to log in.
like
The login is the barrier.
yeah, but I would argue like I don't have Instagram on my phone, and like I've never once used like Safari. Like, of course, I'm aware like I could go on Safari on my phone and like log into like my Instagram, but like knowing like I haven't done it, like I haven't like saved the password on my phone, so it's not like quick and easy. I like a long ass Instagram password, so I'd have to like go get the password, copy it, then go to Safari every time. The fact that I haven't done it like once, like means that like I know I don't like ever think about it when I go in Safari. Like it doesn't like get primed in my head. Like it's not even something like I would consider.
That's smart. That's a long Instagram password. That is something I'm gonna try. I don't log in Instagram though, really. I don't really care. But YouTube, the
Or
problem with
yeah,
YouTube is you don't have to log in to watch videos. You could
Because
just
connect.
click shorts
Yeah,
right away,
that's
which
true.
sucks. Which sucks.
Yeah.
They make it so easy, and I need to knock it off because it is such a waste of time. Like I'll be scrolling for 30 minutes short form. You know, it's like probably like 1,800 videos I'm watching. And I'm like, for what? Like, this is the most useless crap ever. Yeah, I could be doing so much better things with my time. Yeah, so anyway, I gotta stop that. The point for me, for most of those, barrier to entry, there's no barrier to entry. YouTube, if you're watching, you probably are, put a barrier to entry. Help us out. All right. Anyway, that's my
There
message.
won't even be like the barrier they could put would just be like you can only see kids videos. Like that would be a
Oh, that's a good
and
idea.
who knows what route that would take. You would just start watching like random
Coco Melon.
like Coco Melon cartoons.
Just be Coco Melon straight up, and I'd be
and
like addicted to it because
and
it's not
some
even
of
the content that draws me in. It's
it's
like
just like
there's
it's
nothing
the
even
only
good.
thing there. It's just
It
that
just
that's
it's the
it.
only thing there. I just scroll. I would just
Like
scroll and enjoy it. I would love Coco Melon. I'd regress to like 4 or 5 year old level. But yeah. So those are some of my New Year's resolutions. I do agree though. I think New Year's resolutions can be good, but also they don't have to be done exactly on the new year. If you want to start a new goal, just start it now. All right. So the next segment, I have a story. I've not told this story in the group chat on purpose for multiple reasons, but one
oh,
is I was saving it for the podcast. This is something crazy that happened to me at work the other day. So, if you have a story, you could cook one up just while I'm telling this. But yeah, I want to share this with you. So, I usually take my breaks at the place that I work. They're 15-minute breaks. I usually take them right outside my store that I work at. And as I was coming back in from my break, I was just walking back and I had my name tag on. Um, there was a woman and she looked at me and she was like, she said something. I didn't hear it at first. I thought I didn't hear it correctly at first, but she said, "I have mace for all you dead people." And I was like, I'm sorry, you need help finding a book? And she was like, "No, I said, I have mace for all you dead people." And she had
calm
a
down.
can in her hand. So my jaw was just dropped. I was like, um, because I saw the can in her hand and what she said, that was a threat, clearly a threat. So I was just walked away. I was like, what just happened? But then I realized she walked into the store with this can in her hand. I can't confirm that it was mace, but I'm going to assume that it was probably not.
Right.
It was something dangerous because she said, I have mace. So I immediately just went up to the register and I was like, Susan, there's someone in the store who just threatened to mace all of us. We're not dead, but and then she was like, "Oh, that's not good." And I was like, "All right, well, Susan's not going to be able to help here." So I got my manager on our comm, and I was just like, what's your location?" So he responded. He was like, "I'll meet you in a certain spot in the store." I was like, "Okay." So I waited in that spot for like 3 minutes, and as I'm waiting there, he's just like. doesn't show up. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go find him
He's
because this is
cooked.
urgent. Because yeah, this is urgent. Because she just walked back into the store. I don't know where she is. I tried to walk around the store, find her whereabouts, and also my manager's whereabouts at the same time. And at the same time I'm doing this, my coworker is also looking for my manager because you need something called a DSR before you start. Anyway, we don't have to go into detail. Whatever. She was also looking for my manager. And as she's looking, there's this guy who's so suspicious. And he's just like darting his eyes left and right. And at the same time, he sees my coworker and starts following her around the store. Everywhere she goes, he goes. Like it's like clockwork. So she goes into the library and she starts putting some books back, whatever. He's like right behind her. She goes to the front of the store. He's right behind her. And I'm noticing this because I'm walking around the store trying to find my manager, also trying to look for this woman with the mace. And it's like, there's just chaos. So he's following her. And I'm finally like, okay, this guy is super creepy. He's like right up behind her. I've got to tell my coworker. So I told my coworker, I'm like, she's like, is there a guy following me? I'm like, yes, there definitely is. So she noticed too. So I told her, and I like took her into the break room. I was like, you stay here. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I don't want to go back out there. So now there's like two things. There's this woman with mace and the guy who's following my coworker around. Um, so I finally find my manager, and I'm like, dude, like a woman just said I had mace for all you dead people, and there's a guy who was following this my coworker all around the store. So he calls mall security, and apparently these people were together. The guy following around and the
Oh,
mason
plot
said,
twist.
yeah. So they were together, like as like a tag team or something. I don't know. I was nervous because I was like, is this like a plotted attack on our store or like what's going on here? Like, why are we all dead? Like, what's the mace for? This is not good because a mace is like that's like pepper spray times 1,000. Like that is dangerous stuff. So we called mall security, and apparently these people had been doing shenanigans all around the mall. They had been doing this in multiple stores, and the police were actually looking for them. So finally, like the police found them, and they came into the store. The police did. They like detained these people, and the police came in and were like, had to give a police report. They told us about what was going on all around the mall. I had to give the police report to get my ID out. I was like,
Wait,
man,
that's
like what is
crazy.
going on? Yeah, it was wild. I was rattled for the rest of the day. Like people, I'm usually like pretty hip at work, like got a pop in my step, whatever. Like good mood. It's not so bad. Um, People were like talking to me, and it was going in one ear, out the other. I was just like completely dazed by this and like thinking about it for the rest of the day. And I went home. My shift ended like an hour later, and my boss called me and he was like, "Yeah, like these people were doing some like bad stuff all around the mall. Like apparently they actually got arrested. Like they fully got arrested after they got detained. They
Yeah.
fully got arrested. I was like, damn, like that's crazy.
What were they like? What were they trying to do? Like, what did they get out of this? Like, what were they doing? Beyond
I
just like
don't know.
causing
I think they were.
chaos,
I think they must have been. I don't want to make any
just like
assumptions.
tripping out.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tripping or what, but like they were doing some crazy stuff.
Well, the dead people part is weird.
Yeah, like first of all, she had
Also,
something in her hand, like a can.
yeah,
Like I saw the can, and I could only assume it was mace because she said, "I have mace for all you dead people." So I don't know
thought
what she was doing in there. If they were like either just messing around or they were tweaking or whatever. But dude, that was the most rattling experience I've had.
he was just like following her, like
Yeah, it was
he was like
so
closely
weird.
following
No,
her.
like close. Like
Oh
when
wow.
she was in the toys, and he was like right here,
So he wasn't even
like
like
right.
trying to like hide it
He
or
wasn't
anything.
hiding it or anything like that. He was following her all around the store, and
So
yeah,
where was the woman was just walking around the store then?
she
Just
was
waiting
walking
for her?
around just trying to do her job. She was just trying to do her job. She
No, no,
was
no. I'm sorry. I mean the
Oh, the
woman,
other woman.
the
Oh
mace
yeah.
woman.
I had no idea where she went after she walked back in the store. I don't know if she went out our back exit because I literally did 3 loops around the store trying to keep an eye on her because I was worried about the customers. I was like, well, if she like maced one of the customers, this is terrible. Like this is gonna be really bad.
Yeah,
So I was like looking around for her after because my manager, we're supposed to have reported right away to the manager,
right.
so they can call because they have a direct line to mall security. Um, but yeah, oh man, it was just. I don't know
That's
where she
crazy.
went, so I was super nervous because I didn't have eyes on her. And then there was this whole new problem with this guy following our coworker all around the store. Yeah, it was whack. It was so whack. Um, yeah, so I didn't share it. I really wanted to share it because I needed someone to tell on the day because I was like super rattled. Um, didn't say a word. Didn't tell my parents because I don't
Saved
think
it.
they'd let me go back to work. Hopefully
Saved
they
it for
don't
the
see this.
pod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saved
Oh,
it
I
for the
mean,
pod.
it's like it's fine. Like, nothing happened, which is like
Yeah,
nothing
I'm
like bad.
glad nothing bad happened at the end of the day
Not
to
really.
anyone.
Yeah.
But
It's a
yeah,
little
these
creepy for your coworker. That wouldn't be very
yeah, that it
pleasant.
was
Knowing someone like
super
actually
creepy.
like stalk. I don't even. Maybe it's not stalking. Followed you. It's just like
It
weird.
was it
Like I
was
don't get what
really creepy.
I don't get what they like get out of. They must just been like tripping or something. It's like there's no logic behind this.
Yeah, they weren't trying to like plot attack or
Or like
steal
steal
anything or
something.
something like
Yeah.
that. Like it literally they were just like causing disruption. Also,
Did
like
they look
following my
like
coworker around like that was super weird. Like that was super weird.
you said the guy looked suspicious, but like were they like wearing normal clothing? Do they look
Yeah, I mean
homeless or anything?
they were just in jackets. Like they were just in
Okay.
black
So like
jackets.
you couldn't like know with them just like being there. Like it's not like they
No,
were just
no,
like poorly
they looked
dressed
like
and
yeah, they were literally they were dressed fine. I mean, they were just in like warm winter clothes and like the guy wouldn't have been just unless he was literally like darting his eyes back and forth. And then once he started following my coworker around, like literally like right up on her, like it was
that's
so weird, dude.
that's that's
Yeah. So anyway, that's my story of the week. If you have any stories to share, please do. If not, I have the next segment, which is trivia. And there's a
uh,
reward. There's a reward if you
it's a
get it all correct.
reward. What
There's a
is the
reward. A
reward?
mystery. It is the mystery prize.
So oh my God. Okay.
So it's
I'm
covered by
in.
that. It's
Let's
actually
do it.
good because I bought it from the store.
We dog
So
shit at trivia,
it's
but
something
let's do
good.
it.
Okay, so the trivia segment is called. Let me find it. Is this a country or am I a bum in a tree? So basically, I have five countries that are real and five countries that are made up, and you have to tell me if they're real or they're made up.
Okay.
So I want your hands up here for this. We can do this two ways. We can do this
Yeah.
two ways. I want to see your hands so that I know you can't look anything up
I'm
because
not
there is
looking
a
anything
reward
up.
here.
I'm not
Okay,
looking anything
okay.
up.
Just make sure. Just making sure here. Okay.
Never hurt the integrity of this.
No, yeah, don't hurt the integrity of my. Is this a country or is it a bum in a tray?
Yeah.
Um, okay, so basically, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to answer. Well, actually, if you promise not to,
Are you just saying the name? Like what are you
do you
giving
want to?
me?
Do you want like a geographic location too?
What were you
I was just gonna
just
say the name of the
let's just
country.
okay, all right, let's just run it.
Okay, and
Say
I'll
the
give you
name.
time. I'll give you time to think as long as you promise not to look it up.
Okay. No, I won't.
Okay, all
I
right,
can't
here we go.
imagine. Yeah, okay.
All right, so the first one is Georgia.
Yeah, it's that's a country.
All right,
And a
the
state.
set
And a state.
and the state. There you
Is that like
go.
a bonus points that I know
No,
that Georgia's a state in the
no,
United States?
the
All
reward
right.
on the line is too expensive for bonus points. All right, the second is Limberwalked.
That's not a country.
All right, I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong
Oh,
on
you're
that.
not? Oh, okay.
No. The third is Pangolia.
Angola? I don't think so. No.
No,
No,
confirm that.
I'll say no. Yeah, I'll confirm say no.
Okay.
I might be wrong about that one.
Okay. Wait, let me write down your answers.
Pangea.
Vanuatu.
That can't be a country. No.
Okay, no. Turgin.
Turgin.
Turgin. Turgin. Turgin.
There's no way you just gave me four that are not countries. Fuck all. Pangolia might be a country. Can I change? I don't think this one is. I have no idea what this. I've never heard of this. I know there are a lot of countries, but like
Yes or no?
Turkey. No, no,
No.
I guess not.
Okay.
No.
The Federated
Ni-
States of Micronesia.
Yeah, yeah, it's a country. I watched Survivor. I know Micronesia.
South Macedonia.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I know. I think it's north. I don't think it's the south.
Okay.
Could be wrong there.
Eswatini.
No, I have no idea what the fuck that is.
No.
Absolutely not.
Varel. You have
Can
like
I change
seven or
my?
eight notes.
I'm aware, dude. I guess I didn't know half these fucking countries.
I said five, yes, fine. You have like eight now.
Oh, it was five yes and five no.
Well, now I'm not telling you.
What was that? Was that part of it? I didn't realize that there were
Not
set
telling you.
numbers. You told me this before. Well,
Not telling you. Should have listened the first time.
I was. Can I change my answers at the end? I want to be able to
Yeah,
change my answers.
I'll let you change. I'll let you change your answers on one go through. Yeah.
What do you mean on one? Like, all right,
Like I'll
whatever.
go through them once. I'll let you change your answer, but there's no like back forth. Like yes,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I no, I don't know what the fuck this country is.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to
okay.
fucking
Okay.
guess on the way back.
Okay. Comoros.
Which one is this? Is this eight or nine?
This is 10.
Oh, this is 10. Yeah. Yeah. It's a country. Yeah.
Comoros. Okay,
Fuck it.
yes, it's a country.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's five and five. So I'm gonna.
All right. So you have Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Limberwalked.
No, I don't. No. No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Pangolia.
No. Yeah, we're gonna. That's a country.
Yes,
That's gonna
Pangolia
be
is
a
a country.
country. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Vanuatu.
Mm. It does kind of sound familiar, but no. Well, so I have Georgia,
You can't go
Pangolia.
back. You can't go back.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. I know. I know. I know. But I'm gonna need five. What's it called? Vanuatu? That's what you said?
Yeah, Vanuatu.
Ah, fuck. I don't know. No. No. No.
No.
That's not. That's just made up. That's just made up.
All right, Turgin.
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. No. That's just a country.
That's a okay.
I'm changing my answer.
All right, the Federated States of Micronesia.
Yeah, it's a country. That's four.
Okay.
Okay.
South Macedonia.
No.
Okay. Eswatini. Oh god. Oh man.
What's the next one? Can you tell me what the next one is?
Yeah. Varel.
And what's after that?
Comoros.
Okay, well, one of these, it's just one of these three, so I can just tell you the one I think is real. Um, because the rest I'm gonna say no. But we're gonna say Varel's a country.
Varel. Okay. Varel's the country. All right. So the
Not feeling
results of
good
the
about
quiz.
this.
The
Okay.
results of the quiz.
Was it five and five? Because I totally just based off
It
of
was five and
okay,
five. It
all
was
right,
five and
yeah.
five. Okay. The
My guess
results
is
of
I
the
got
quiz.
four.
You got. Okay, I'll just go through because
Yeah,
I
let's go
don't.
through one
That's
by
a,
I go through one
all
by.
right.
So
So
I got
Georgia,
Georgia. Yeah.
yes, that's a country. Limberwalked. You said no. It is not a country. That is fake.
Okay.
Pangolia. You
Yeah.
said you changed your answer. You initially
Yeah.
said no. This is not a
Yeah.
country. It is
Yeah.
in fact not a country. It is in
God
fact
damn it.
not a country. So
Cooked.
unfortunately, that has
I actually
resulted.
I haven't heard of seven of these. So
Vanuatu. You said that sounds familiar,
yeah,
but you said it was not a country.
it's a country.
It is a country,
I'm
Vanuatu.
cooked.
I might be butchering the pronunciation, but I think it's in like
That's
Indonesia
cooked.
or by Indonesia.
That's
Um,
yeah.
Turgin. I made this one up
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Not a country. You said it was. That was a convincing name, though. The Federated States of Micronesia. That is
Yeah.
in fact a country. Yes.
Yeah.
South Macedonia, you did well here. It is in fact North Macedonia, not South Macedonia.
Hmm.
Eswatini,
Is that a
that is a
country?
country. That is
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very small country in
yeah.
Africa.
Varel's not a country.
Varel, not a country. Not real.
I think you were doing a little goof there, a little joke, as they say.
Oh, why? What is it supposed to be? I actually like viral.
I don't know. Our good friend Varel.
Oh, I had no idea. I literally had no idea. That's
Um,
hilarious though. And then Comoros, you said that's a country, and you were correct. So overall, I think you had like a 6 out of 10, which is not bad. I think these were really hard questions, in fairness, because these are really small countries far away from the U.S. But
yeah,
I think you overall did good. Let's see what you
my
missed out on.
yeah, it's my US
I was
centric.
for this. I was gonna buy you a Black Panther cork circle water bottle, but
Okay.
they ran out.
Mm.
So I decided to get you what you could have had was a Merci uh, uh, reed diffuser.
What is that?
And a reed diffuser, basically, I have one in my room right here. It just lingers aromas around your room to make it
Oh
smell really
yes,
nice.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and these are the best. I started using them because they're all on sale at the store. So good, so good.
Mm. That would have
And
been cool, actually.
this one smells like the beach. So it might be for the next guest on the podcast. Unlucky, Zach.
It's
Study your
fine.
geography.
I hate the beach. Whatever. I don't even want it. I
I
don't
hate
even want it.
sand. All right.
I hate water. I hate the ocean.
You would hate Pharrell then. It's not
Well,
real.
this is a fun segment though. Very creative.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
How'd you come up with a fake name? Can you use ChatGPT or just use
So I
both?
actually thought of three of them, and then I used ChatGPT to give me ideas. So I merged some of the ideas, but Turgin, that was me. Limberwalked was ChatGPT. Pengolia was a mix of me and ChatGPT. And then Varel, I came up with. And then, what was the last one? I don't remember what the last one was. But yeah, that
All
was
right.
just a fun little
All
segment.
right.
I was thinking of good ways to do trivia.
No, that was good.
Oh, okay, wait, we're running out. We have 10 minutes left. So we could start our hot takes Mythbusters hypothetical segment, or we could do a new one and start that. Up to you. I don't want to like
You're
get cut. I don't want to get cut off.
oh,
Mm, okay, why don't we start with we'll do maybe one each, and then we can go to a new meeting. Because, yeah, we're running out of time.
okay.
All right, go ahead. Start us off. So our next segment is going to be hot takes. Zach's going to start us off with his first hot take, and then I'll go with one of mine.
Okay. Well, I think my hot take is that like food pairings, like what you think a traditional combo is, whether that's like wine and like a dinner or just like, like spaghetti with like tomato sauce or whatever, like I think it's like kind of stupid. Like if it's good, it's good. Like I don't really
Oh,
care like what it is. I don't know why it matters. Like it's a good example. Like in how people think that like pineapple and pizza is just like wrong or like gross. Like it's just like I don't care what you put on the pizza. Like I think if it's good, it's good. Just like who cares? Um, yeah, I think that's
interesting.
what matters. I think that's what matters like the most.
You're
Um,
spoken like someone who really hasn't watched The Bear, even though I know you like it.
I have
So
watched The Bear. I love The Bear.
you like cooking, you like chefs, you like high quality cooking, and you can't acknowledge that pairings are real. They're a real thing that enhances flavor.
I I'm not saying that they don't exist. Obviously, like they do exist. I think it's a little overrated and like not ultimately like that important. Um,
I could see
if
that.
you,
I mean, I could see pairings not being like if someone's out there and they're like, okay, you can literally only eat this steak with this type of wine because that is going to make the flavor explode. I think that's probably a little overrated. Like it's like okay, it goes well. Like they go well together, but I don't
Yeah.
think a I agree. I don't think a pairing is gonna make like make or break your dish. I wonder if there are people out there because is that's a take. I don't know if it's a hot take though, because I would
No,
agree with you.
it's little it's two tiered. It's the fact of pairings, and the other fact of just I don't mean there's pairings like there's like a wine pairing with like your food, but I also just mean like toppings on your food, just like whatever like you make it with. So like I don't know, like if you know, like if like you put like mustard in your pasta and like you thought it was like really good. That sounds gross, but like you thought that sounded really good, like you like it a lot, and people are like, that's disgusting. Like I don't think it
I'm actually that
matters. Like
made
if
me
you like
cry. That actually made me cry a little
I
bit.
I
Mustard,
I
where'd you even think of that?
I don't
Mustard in
I
your
don't
pasta? Do you put
I don't
mustard in your pasta?
no, that would be
What,
gross. I was
how did
thinking
that?
like I don't know. I was trying to think of like a quick example or like okay, here's one. Like again, I've never done this, but like Chipotle mayo. You're a big fan of Chipotle mayo.
I love Chipotle mayo. Yeah.
You like I'll say I'll keep pasta too. So like you would never think to combine them. Like it would probably never make sense to, but like maybe it's good together. And then so like it's good together, like fine. You know, I think that's like my point is like if it's good, it's
Do you know? So
good.
like, if someone eats ketchup with their omelet, you're like okay, like
Yeah, who
you're not
cares?
like that's disgusting. So you don't care if someone puts mustard in their pasta. You're like
I mean,
don't judge them.
it's not even like a it's like if it's like if it's good, it's good. Like it's not like, oh, I can't do this because like no one puts mustard in their pasta or whatever.
Oh, if it's good to you, then it's good. So you're saying don't judge if you think it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a don't judge, but it's also like it's a little overrated. Like when you're eating food beyond like the calories of it or whatever, like you just want it to taste good, like you want it to taste good, right? It's like that's like the goal is for your food to taste good. So like if it tastes good and you have some like weird combination, then like go for it is kind of what the hot take is. I don't care
Okay.
if it's like a weird
I don't. You don't care
whatever.
if it's so. If like you went to a
And
restaurant.
then that pair and then that ends up, you know, having that take ends up being like you can have like I think it's red wine is good with like pasta is what they say. Like you can have white wine with your like I don't think it's like a big deal. I don't
I
know how
think
much you
white
have
wine
to
goes
say.
better with pasta. I think white wine goes
I
better with.
don't again I haven't I don't know, but
But
sure,
you're
yeah.
saying you can have red
Saying doesn't
wine.
matter.
Okay. All
That
right. That's a fair take, I'd say. I think if it's good. You know, I used to eat ketchup and bread when I was like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah. I liked it. So yeah, don't be mad about it. It doesn't matter. It was good to me.
like just ketchup and bread.
Yeah, it was bad. I don't know how it even
You
I don't
like
know
do you
how people
like dipped it as like a sauce? You just
I
like
don't
put
person
cat you
I
like
don't
spread ketchup
personally
on your bread.
I don't personally remember this, but my aunt and my mom always tell me when I was like 6, I had a hot dog. I took the hot dog out and literally just ate the bun and like dipped it in bread and ketchup.
Want to know, by the way, what a good example is? Because
Yeah.
you just reminded me actually, pasta with cut up hot dogs and shit that you probably had when you were a kid at some point.
Oh
You
God.
ever
I
did that
probably
shit
did have
was
that.
so good. Wait, that's so
You
good.
like that? Oh,
I
thinking
haven't had
back
it
on it, it's
in
nasty.
I haven't had it in years, but
But you're saying it's gas.
nasty.
Like,
Why is it nasty?
well, I guess for you it's not nasty. For me, that's like vomit inducing
Just like
for
because
a
like
moment.
it, but you like pasta, you like hot dogs.
There was a time when me and Aiden actually worked at the golf course where we basically ate hot dogs every day because our lunch would be at the snack bar at the golf course.
Yeah.
And the only normal thing they had there was a hot dog. And we ate hot dogs every day. And I'm telling you, when you ingest that many glizzies, you don't want one ever again. So the thought of
Oh, you
that is
like
like
don't.
retching.
Oh, you like wanting like if we had like a barbecue, you want to have a
I,
hot
I'm
dog.
like, I would like very occasionally, but I'm at this point,
Yeah.
like cut up anything, I'm very averse to hot
Well,
dogs.
so why does pasta and hot dog? Why is it something gross to you?
I don't know. It's just something about that combination. Like
Well,
I
so
because of that. It's
that's my point. That's like
because
my
of the
hot
hot
takes.
dog. It's because of the hot dog that's making me
Oh,
gag.
unless
I
it's
like
yeah,
pasta.
unless it's If it's just because of
I don't know. Cut up hot dog
your
is just like
flashback to
so. Oh, yeah. It's flashback to that, and
okay.
yeah,
If
it also
it's
is the combination. I see what you're saying. I
yeah.
think that matters. You don't.
Yes. This is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Did that.
It's a hot take.
Yeah, that is a hot thing. I'm not eating hot dogs and pasta. You should have started with that. I'm not eating that. I don't think a
It's
lot of
not,
people are eating that.
yeah. Well, it wasn't like entirely formulated. It's also like it's hard. I should just come up with a good. I should have just like said pasta and hot. Like come up with an
I
example.
want you.
Or
I want
it's
you
not.
to
It's
do some
easiest with an
research.
example
I want you to do some
on.
research, and I want you to. I want you to have it this week. I want you to try it.
Hot dogs and well,
Since
hot dogs are
you
like
are,
a gross.
you
It's like a
practice what you
gross.
preach. Practice what you preach.
Well, no, because like hot dogs are such a like gross like meat. Like like for the sake of
You just
like a
said
normal
you
meal.
said that shit was gas. So go for it.
It is gas, but like trying to eat like healthier, like hot dogs are not the proper meat to be eating.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you that for sure. All right, we only have 1.5 minutes left, so we're just
Yeah,
gonna end it there, and I'll send you a new Zoom, and we'll go from there. Okay, let me get this. Make sure I get the recording. Just like that, we're back. Hello.
we never left.
Just back like we never left.
We never left. With the power of editing,
That's right.
we
We're
never
still here.
left. We're still here.
Okay. So next is my hot take.
Yes.
I wake up every morning. I go downstairs. First thing I do, I take a thing of cereal, pour it right into the bowl. Boom,
Okay.
start eating. That's it. No
No
extra
milk.
steps.
No
No
milk.
milk. I don't
What
eat cereal
cereal?
with milk. It's
What
just Cheerios,
cereal?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Dude, that's so.
I
Okay.
generally, it doesn't even matter the cereal. I only eat Cheerios basically every morning.
The cereal matters, in my opinion.
I don't even eat. It doesn't matter the cereal for me. I'm always eating cereal dry, no matter what. I hate soggy ass cereal, man. Like I just want it as it is. I don't need this flavor. I don't need this milk pairing. Talk about pairings. I don't need the milk pairing. I'm good eating cereal on its own. I think it's good for its own flavor. Yeah, it's a little dry, but I have water in the morning anyway. Just boom, cereal. Have some water. That's it.
I
I don't
think
need
it's
milk.
cereal dependent. I was gonna say it was weird immediately, but like I thought about it for a second. Remember my friend Ryan, shout out Ripo, like to eat Honey Nut Cheerios, just Honey Nut Cheerios, as you said, no milk or anything. Like it was good, but like I have like flavor to it. Like I couldn't imagine eating like plain Cheerios, like no milk. Like that's just bland as fuck. Like
That is
that's just
really
gross.
bland, but also I would do it. I would do it. I don't mind having like a bland
Why?
breakfast because it's just like you're
Do you
eating
hate
something and putting
yourself?
something in.
Do
No,
you
I
hate
don't hate myself.
yourself?
I'd
My
rather I don't like milk. I would rather milk doesn't really have any flavor
like
either.
all what? Yes, what are you talking about?
What
Yes,
what,
it
what
does.
flavor is milk? Milk flavored? It's
What do you
just
mean what
milk. You don't
flavor
get
is
milk
milk?
flavor.
It's like what
That
flavor is
flavor is
coffee?
milk.
What do you mean what flavor is milk?
Oh, what flavor
Milk
is
doesn't have
milk?
any flavor? That's not
Not
true.
really. Not to me. Not to, it just tastes like
What do you
liquid.
like COVID? Can you not taste things? They say this makes a
Maybe.
lot of sense if you can't taste.
Maybe it does have flavor, like milk flavor.
Milk has
But
of course
okay, it
milk
doesn't
has
have no flavor.
flavor.
That was a crazy statement. That was a crazy statement. It doesn't have no flavor.
You think
I
anyone's
just
got it? You think anyone's gonna get this far in the podcast?
I don't know. If you're still listening,
If you're
milk.
still listening,
If you're still listening, milk has flavor. I'm sorry.
this one will get back to the chat if they're still listening. Milk has no
That's
flavor.
really
GG's Kyle. GG's Kyle. I can
yeah.
I can see
Anyway,
I can see
I
your
don't like the
hiccup.
sogginess. I'm like I'll enjoy the cereal on its own. Just drink some water, whatever.
Can we
But
actually
yeah.
can we guess right now out of the homeboys who will get this far in the podcast? My guess, I think Cameron will. I think Cameron will.
I think
Brandon,
Jake will. I think Jake will.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd put Brandon at a maybe, but probably. I'm leaning towards probably.
I
I
think
don't know.
Rahul, no. I think Brandon,
No,
definitely not. No shot.
Rahul, no.
Rahul, no.
Chris, fuck, he's not even gonna watch the first three
No,
seconds.
Chris is not even going to click on the video.
Sushant
Sushan might
might, he
skip
might just for
around
the,
to listen for
he's gonna,
content to
yeah,
say
yeah, for
something. Yeah,
brain rot, he might, but
for
no one's
brain
gonna,
rot.
yeah, let's see.
Matt,
Matt could probably hear
definitely
it through like the
not.
fucking wall right
Matt,
now, so I'll probably scream.
Eric, no. Um, let's see who else.
I feel like Eric would, but like it'll be like March and he'll be like, I just finished. Like he'll listen to like 2 minutes like every day.
Really? Oh no,
No,
I
no,
wouldn't.
no, not
I don't know
actually.
Eric's podcast listening habits. I feel like Jake would, just because I feel like it's so easy to just like plug in at work while what he's doing.
And then Rahul can do that.
I think Rahul doesn't Rahul do like
I
sales?
feel like this would be like hilarious. Oh yeah, but he's not like on the phone 24/7.
That's true.
I
That's
actually,
true.
if I was at work and I could just like listen to like you like shooting the shit with someone, I'd be laughing my ass off.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love
Well,
that.
maybe they would like it. Maybe they would. Maybe they would. We'll see.
That's my guess.
We'll see who gets that
Are we
far.
missing anyone? Aiden.
Oh, Aiden. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Aiden.
not miss. We're just going down the line.
Aiden. Aiden. I don't think he will. He's a short form guy through and through.
Yeah,
Maybe if I
yeah.
do like a clips channel.
You could clip it. You
Yeah,
could clip
if
it.
I do like a clips channel from this, maybe there's like short
Mm.
clips from our podcast. Okay, go for another hot take. We'll do two each because they take up a
I
good
don't know.
amount of
This
time.
one, I don't know if this one might not be a hot take. I don't know. I think the NFL should just adopt the college football play overtime format.
What is the so just describe to me what it is because I'm not as familiar.
So, well, for college football, each team will get a chance to have the ball. You start on the opponent's 25. So you're like basically you're almost in the red zone to start. Um, and you just play.
Oh,
4 downs or like normal first downs, whatever, like you just play. And so like you either
so you
punch for like
start wow. Okay, so you
25.
start right in their red zone
You're
or the
basically
cusp of the
you're
red zone.
able to kick a field goal like immediately. Um,
Oh,
which I think is good, or you can score a touchdown. And regardless of how your possession goes, the other team gets the ball, gets the same thing. So you do that twice. If it's still tied, I'm sorry, you do it once, but if it's tied after the one time, you do it again. If it's tied after the second time, then sorry. I'm not explaining this well.
it's okay. Start from the beginning.
Okay, the first time you can kick an extra point. The second time, you have to go for two to add a little bit more disparity.
If
And
you score
even
a touchdown,
yes, you have to go for
okay.
two. And then so after those two times, if it's still tied, then you just do 2 point conversions. So
Oh,
you start in college football, it's on the three, which I think is fine. In the NFL would be on the two.
that's
Um,
interesting. I think that's a good idea just to gauge or to garner more offense because people love offense. That's what they want to see.
mhm.
So just to see more like touchdown scoring, like that's exactly what people want to see. So I think that's a
It's
great idea. Yeah.
super high stakes. But the thing is too, like it's almost equivalent to like having a quote unquote ghost runner in second base in baseball. Like hockey makes it like three people in overtime. Like there's some precedent to like changing up the game, but like you are changing the game quite a bit just because it's overtime.
And
Usually like you have to go all the way down the field in normal football, but overtime is changing it. Would be what these rules would be changing it, so you would start on like the opponent's 25, which is like weird. Like you're changing the game when you're doing that. As opposed to just like letting them play like an extra quarter, basically. Um,
I think that's better. I think it's better to have more offense. Like I don't think anyone really cares to see like another trot downfield and then a field goal. Like it's more exciting that way. It's more high stakes, like you said. I don't see why that wouldn't be a good idea. I don't think it's as hot a take just because I think people are
I
really
don't think it is either.
dissatisfied with the current overtime format in the NFL. But in the playoffs, they both get a chance, right? Both teams get a chance.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
other
which
thing
is
though,
good, but
It's also, but it's only a 10-minute quarter. It's not even 15. 10 minutes is like not a lot of time.
You
I
know
don't
what
know
they
that
should do?
I know that's different in the playoff. It might be 15 in the playoffs. I don't think it is, but maybe. Like
I
that's
think it
like
is 10 minutes in the playoffs. I'm actually not 100% sure
that's
either, though.
not a lot of time. But like think about it that like if it's like Ravens Bills tomorrow, like the Ravens could go down the field and score a touchdown and take up 7 minutes of the clock, and the Bills have like 3 minutes to go score a touchdown. I'm pretty
Yeah,
I
that's
like
true.
that's
There's a lot of time management strategies that can easily just, yeah, I think that makes sense to me. Like,
I feel
um,
like I'm pretty sure that's what the rules are. I could be wrong here for the playoffs. In any case, in normal overtime, like a normal regular season game, I know it's like that though. I'm sorry, but no, but like I take that back because you don't get the chance to get the ball if the team scores a touchdown.
yeah,
And playoffs, I don't know. Yeah, I think you would have to change it because that's like a massive loophole, and like people will start pitching over that if the Ravens use 8 minutes of the clock, score a touchdown, the Bills get the ball back, and they have 2 minutes left, and like, what's the point? Like
yeah,
that will be an issue if that's how it is. I might be uninformed here. This might just be
yeah. I
super
mean, well,
take, but yeah.
we'll look it up. I think you're mostly
Maybe
accurate
we'll
though,
see it this
but I
weekend.
think overall that new rule from the college format that sounds super cool, and I think
The
people
2 point
would be all on
conversions
board.
are they're electric.
I think people would be all on board with that, like 100%. Or they could do a field goal penalty shootout. 5 field goals. Everyone on the team has to take one.
That's I have to take one.
I'm joking. That would be crazy. But
No, but
if that's been discussed,
the overtime field goal, kind of what you just like you would go back and forth as kickers. That was discussed once. Um, but it's just no one wants
that's
to
the
like it's
that's too
not
much reliance on one player, and no one really wants to see that. Although it could be hype, and kickers would get a bag if that were the case. I feel like they'd get a
a
lot
good
more money because they'd
kicker.
become a lot more important. Well, they
It's
could become more
so the
important.
college football overtime format is so fascinating too because like you'll see like there have been overtimes that will last like 6 rounds, 5 rounds. And it's
That's
like it's a
crazy.
very, very interesting case study of like how teams play down or like up to their opponent. Um,
Oh, interesting.
because like, I mean, think about it. You're going for a 2 point conversion, basically. That's 3 yards. Like, you don't, yeah, I don't know what the conversion rate is on that, but like, you have like 5 rounds of that, and like, it's 5 rounds of like scoring and not scoring, doing exactly what your opponent is doing. Like, it's just like an interesting, like, I think it's an interesting case study in that watching teams,
Yeah,
call up,
watching them see if they could win the battle of
knowing when
attrition.
like they need, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
That's cool. I like it. All right,
I don't think
my
that was a hot,
next.
yeah.
I don't think it's a hot take, but it's a take nonetheless. We'll take it.
Hmm.
Um, I said we'll just do this. Will be the last hot take because we're.
Okay. Yeah.
I said going out to bars. Actually, we'll do this one. I think consuming fruits in smoothie form is pretty much always better. There's two exceptions for me. Is always better than just eating
What
them
what are the
straight up.
exceptions?
And the exceptions are for me grapes and apples.
Okay.
I think it's always better though to consume in smoothie form for like raspberries, blueberries, mango, peaches, pears, stuff like that. All better in smoothie form. I love it's like a remix in your mouth of all the fruits
As a
rather than
gener
just straight up.
as a generalization, it's fine, but there are quite a few exceptions, I would say.
More than just and
Because you
tomatoes.
can you can you can get a little and that tomato you can get a little like specific, a little bit more extreme with what for like like pomegranates, like a pomegranate, like that's not better in a smoothie. That would be weird
A
and
pomegranate
gross.
smoothie could be good. I would rather have a pomegranate smoothie than a pomegranate
No,
straight up. And like a grapefruit and like all, I would. See, that's why I saw it. I would definitely have it. I like it more in smoothie form. I like mixing fruits together. That's my flavor enhancer. Good pairings.
there. I mean, there you go. That's you put tomatoes and I don't know
Not tomatoes. Well,
strawberries if you
yeah,
like that
tomatoes
shit.
exception.
Sure,
Never eat a tomato. Never eat a tomato. Hate tomatoes.
I
Hate
could eat
tomatoes.
a tomato like an apple.
That's nasty. That's a hot take. You should have said that. That's some nastiness right there.
I
That is some
don't, but
nastiness.
I so could.
That is some nastiness, and that's a hot take.
Why? I
That should
think
have
it's
been your hot
so
take.
good. I should
We're,
do that more. You ever have
we're
like you ever have like the cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, cherry tomatoes. That's one thing.
That's the same thing basically.
That's one
It's
thing.
just a
Eating a
bigger
tomato. Oh,
it's just a bigger cherry tomato. It might be a little bit like messy. It might be a little messy, but it's
yeah,
the same
beef.
thing.
It's juice. But anyway, my mom eats the cherry tomatoes. She likes them. Don't eat tomatoes. Period. Like I'll take them off a
Yeah,
sandwich. I don't eat them.
you
Period.
don't like tomato. Yeah, you're like
You
half
get the
the
idea.
population, and you're yeah.
On to
What was
MythBusters.
it? Wait,
On to MythBusters.
it automatically senses when I put my hand up.
Oh yeah, Zach Parker. Look at that.
Wait, that's so funny. Okay, yeah,
Oh, I
MythBusters.
don't get it because I'm the host.
Yeah, that's so
No,
interesting.
doesn't
That's
work.
cool.
Interesting. I look like I'm swearing an oath in. Anyway,
Hmm.
my
Me
first
first? You
myth.
first? Yeah.
My first myth. You know the Berenstein Bears.
No.
You don't know who the Berenstein? How do you not know who the Berenstein Bears are?
No, no idea. Who is
Okay,
this? What is this? Maybe
you
go
don't.
to your
You
next
actually
one.
don't
Go to your
know.
next one. No, go to your next one. I don't know who that is. What that is?
It's a kid's book, The Berenstein Bears. You never
No
read
idea.
that.
Go to your next one. I
You're
don't know. I don't know. I don't know
kidding.
what this is. Go to your next
All
one.
right. Do you know what a lemming is?
Lemming?
Okay, I was looking up hot takes because or MythBusters because I couldn't think of one. So I was looking for like kind of strange ones. A lemming. Do you know what that is?
Lemming. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Okay, sure. It looks like a little like gerbil.
Yeah, it's a little rat gerbil type thing. I actually didn't
Okay.
even know what the hell a lemming was for this, but apparently there was like massive overpopulation of these. Like they breed really fast, whatever it is.
Hmm.
Um, there was a myth that these little creatures jump off cliffs to commit like mass suicide if there's overpopulation, which is outrageous. They're like, oh, we're clearly, stuck for resources. We don't have enough to go around. Let's just kill off half the population. We acknowledge that. We're jumping off. No, that is not the case, which is outrageous that people thought this. This
We
might have been people thinking
we
this in the
took
1700s.
we took two different routes here because I took this in a different way because I don't even know what the fuck a lemming is, let alone that they do or don't commit mass suicide by jumping off cliffs.
I didn't know either, it's a myth.
I don't
Apparently,
people
they
know.
people think that they did, or they did a while ago. But the truth is, lemmings think they can swim, or they think they're like decent swimmers.
Mhm.
So when they're jumping off the cliff, they're just trying to go into water to swim. But
That's
some of them
interesting.
end up drowning or don't make it.
Or
So people
die
saw
from the
lemmings
fall.
people saw lemmings like jumping in, and like some of them are
They
die on impact,
thought,
some of them will drown.
I see,
Yeah,
I see.
so that's why they're literally just migrating, and they think there's water, so they're like, okay, we'll jump in, whatever. So yeah, that's what it
I
is.
see. That's
Okay, now
interesting.
you go ahead.
Um, okay, well, again, so I took a different route here, specifically doing myths that like appear in media, like get talked about, just different things that people think are true but aren't true is like my Mythbuster. So I told you about this, but the one that I like a lot is that people think like a cop, if you ask them if they're a cop, if like uncover something, like they have to tell you they're a cop. Like that's not the case. Why would that be the case? That makes no sense. I don't know where that came from, but it's just not true.
If you're an undercover cop, you don't have to tell someone that you're a
Or
cop. If
just
you're undercover,
or just like a cop, you'd be like off duty or whatever. Like
it's
you don't have to
First
say.
Amendment rights, First Amendment rights, freedom of speech. They don't have to tell them anything.
But that's have you seen that in media? Because that's a pretty popular
That's like
thing.
if you um I don't know. I can't recall a specific example that was like, yeah, like this guy didn't tell me his name and badge number, he should be arrested, or like you don't have to do that. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was a movie that I watched with Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis called Due Date. It gets
Okay.
brought up. It gets brought up in that. I watched that recently. I wouldn't suggest
Is that
watching
where
it.
are you getting the information from the movie, or are you getting it from like I researched it after the movie?
I've heard this. I've heard this so many different media because it comes any like show, any kind of like cop show or show that like includes a cop, like they'll go up at some point, like someone will sometimes just be like, "Are you a cop?" Like, you have to tell me if you're a cop. Like, why? But also, like, why would that be a thing? Like, why would they have to tell you that they're a cop?
Um,
A special like being undercover is number one reason for why it would never be a thing.
um, well, maybe it could be like if you're an undercover cop, you don't have to say it, but if you're a real cop, like you have
It's
to
just
tell them. I don't know. It could be like some sort of danger or liability reason that's like if you're dressed up as a cop and someone is like, "Are you a cop?" and you're like, "Yes, I am." Or like if someone wants to see your badge, like you have to show them your badge to show them like I don't know if there's danger or something. You're not just like unlawfully like taking down someone or something. I have no idea.
sure. Yeah.
It
Okay.
could be some sort of liability. I don't know why it would be a thing, but there could be a reason for it. If you did do research and you're just getting it from the movie, I don't know how
No, I
inclined
did.
I am to.
It's not no. I knew this like before the movie, but it got brought up in the movie, which is just why like this is front of
Okay,
mind.
okay.
Um,
Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. That's the only reason I would could think of. Like, there's some sort of liability or law that requires it, but I don't know. Interesting though.
Congress would take the time to make a stupid ass law like that.
You know they would. Anyway. All right, next one.
Yeah. I can go back to back.
Yeah, go back to back. Go to your next one.
Okay, so you know the phrase "you have another thing coming," right?
You got
Like
another.
you
I don't know. I
like
never say that. I feel like I've heard a phrase
it's
similar to that, but like not you got another thing coming.
like you have another thing coming, you know, like if you think it's like a misconception, like if you think that like you can beat me at this game, like you have another thing coming like that.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I haven't heard that since like the 1800s though, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it gets no real fucking person says it, but like
Yeah.
it's gotten used to me at that
Okay,
years.
sure, sure.
It's not you have another thing coming. It's you have another think coming.
Another
Uh,
think?
yeah,
That was what I was gonna do, by the way, with the Berenstein Bears, but you don't know who the fuck the Berenstein Bears are, so we
I
can't even do
don't.
that.
Well, what
That
was
is
it?
outrageous to me. You're gonna
What was it?
well, the Berenstein Bears, very famous children book, but it's actually the Berenstain Bears, not Steen, and the
Uh,
author is Berenstein. But that's for another time since you don't know what that is.
uh,
So,
well, you just
kids,
said it, so I get it.
okay. Anyway, you got another think coming. So like think
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Did not know that. That is interesting. You got another think come. I like thing
yeah,
better. You got another because thing just makes more sense to me than you got another think coming.
yeah. Or you like thing better or think?
I like thing better than think.
Yeah, I agree. Which is why I think it like
Stuck
kind
around.
of yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I
because
think this misconception exists because it
it makes more
sounds better.
sense.
Or think
Yeah,
coming, like
you
think
got another
again.
think.
Think
What are you
again,
thinking
buddy.
about? Yeah, think
Think
again
again,
is
buddy.
better than another thing. It's like thing again. That's like saying thing again. Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good one. All right, and our last segment, we'll do I don't know how much time we have left, but we'll start with one hypothetical each and we'll see where we can get. But I want to start with mine because I really like this one.
Okay,
So you're on the Amazing Race with someone you despise,
okay.
but the prize pool is now $10 million
Yeah.
each. What do you do?
Remind me again of the amazing. I don't even know what you're what are you
So the
asking for?
Amazing Race is a game show. You basically travel
No, I
across the
know. Yeah,
yeah.
but
So
it's
but
only you do it like quickly. Like it doesn't last very long, does it?
yeah, it does last long because there's like I don't know how many contestants it starts with. We'll say like 50. So it's like
How many
um
weeks is Amazing Race? If you like win it all, like how long are you doing the show for?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Maybe like we'll say like a year just for it. Like you have
It's a
to like
year?
I don't know how long it is,
There's
but
no
I
way
assume
it
it
lasts a
takes a
year.
while. I assume it takes a while just because they have to set up all the cameras in these different locations and they have to do all this production. Well, they have it all
It
planned
takes
out
21 to 30 days.
to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Hollywood works crazy. Um yeah, but you spend like we're gonna say 4 months for our case because the prize pool got raised. So now you have to travel to
Yeah.
even more places, there's more stakes. So you got 4 months to spend with someone, and you might not even win. It's someone you
Right.
despise, but the
Yeah.
you really want to win. So the
Yeah,
prize
but
pool
yeah,
is
I
like,
want the money. Yeah, I mean, I do it.
You
Like
would tough it out for like you
it's
spend every waking moment with this person,
it's not
someone you hate.
really yeah, candidly, it's not really like a even like a dilemma. Like yeah, I'm gonna try. It's 10 million for
Oh,
4 months. That's fine.
yeah, 4 months for the rest of your life. I should have made it like 3 years. But
3 years is
okay,
a
yeah.
lot. That's a
So you would
lot.
end up but there's no guarantee to win
Of
though
course,
either.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you still would give it a shot. Like if you got to the final round and you lost with this person you
Yeah,
hate
it
so
would
much,
suck, but
maybe they'd grow on you.
maybe.
You got to take the chance for, let's say it's $1 million each.
Yeah, no, I'm still taking it.
What amount do you cut it off at?
When I cut it off at, mm, not much. I don't know.
25K.
4 months. No, I wouldn't do that.
How about 100K?
I might. Or
It's
100K?
taxed. It's taxed.
It's tax? Nah,
It's
fuck that
taxed.
shit. Nah, no, no. No, it's not even a clean 100K? Absolutely not.
Okay, interesting. Well, I don't know, when I initially made the question, I thought there'd be a lot more debate about it, but guess not.
Mm,
There you go. I mean, I would do the same though, to be honest. Like I'd go for it even if someone I like despised, like
mhm.
I'd have to try at least. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. This is one that I told you about. So, living in the past or future, but stipulations here. The past, like, you are like, it's not like, oh, all glorious, not like no modern medicine. Like, you're being dropped into history, by the way, with your knowledge. Like, you right now as a person dropped into history,
Okay.
and like, you're probably like, oh, like you're just like you're probably a fucking farmer or something. You
Your
could probably,
average guy.
yeah. Again, I mean, you have your knowledge, so like, you know, you do you. Like, you can grow as you are able to grow, but or people might think you're like a witch and kill you. I don't know. Disease, all that stuff, low life expectancy, or 200 years into the future. And so technological advancements, but like 200 years, like that's quite a while. Like, what is the world like? Is it like even existing? Like, what's happening? Like, you could be dropped into just like an abyss, and there's just not like a nuclear
Oh
war
man.
happened, and like everyone's gone, and you just die like immediately, or
For
you're just left
me,
left alone. You're fighting hyenas,
For
vultures.
me, it's like not even a debate. I'm going to the past. And I
Really?
understand there's no modern medicine or anything like that. But with the knowledge I have, I think I could make a decent life for myself. And it's a guarantee as well that, like, the world hasn't, I don't think the world's going to end in 200 years necessarily, but um, I don't think it's going to be remotely the same as it is now. It's a trend that it's going.
2 years
Um,
behind. In the same way, 200 years into the future, like you have a fine job. Like, you're not like fucked because you're 200 years behind. You just get dropped into like an alley. Like, you're fine. You'd be set up
Yeah, that's
enough.
right. Like 200 years in the past, you know something's going to exist. Like you know there's going to be like humanity. Like you know what to expect because you know it. Like you know a decent amount about history, right? For the future, you
Yeah.
have no idea what to expect. You could be thrown into the threat. You could be thrown into abyss, just like you said. The world is going to look drastically different. It might be like a Mad Max apocalypse society. I would much rather go where there's no modern medicine because like I could easily upward mobility with the knowledge I have. I feel like relatively easily you could like not relative. Okay, it's not going to be easy.
I mean,
You're going to have to.
there's also like a violence aspect to this too, which is like things are handled very differently, in the past 15th century, whatever you want it to be. Um, like, I'm not talking about like, or even I guess I'm not talking about like the 1900s, obviously. Like, we're going back. So like issues, like problems you have with someone, like that shit could get resolved with, getting your ass beat or like
No,
a fucking
absolutely.
duel.
Like
Like,
you're getting flogged, but like I'm saying because I don't know everything about history, but like I could probably like gauge the landscape enough with my modern knowledge, just to be like,
I mean, how are
okay,
you
avoid this
growing?
to.
You're not able to be like, yeah, dude, the fucking like barbarians are gonna like they're about to come into your land in like a few days. Like you don't like know something's like about to happen. Like
I don't know the exact date I'm dropped into. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out like
sure,
what year it is, whatever.
yeah, but like
If
if
there's
you're
barbarians coming, I'm just gonna leave.
if you're thinking, by the way, and if you're thinking that like you're gonna tell everyone like there's an attack tomorrow and they're gonna be like, we believe you, like, bro, you're cooked. You're a
I'm not
witch.
doing
You're
that.
gone.
I'm absolutely not doing that. I'm literally, if I
You're
know there's an
cooked.
attack coming, I'm going to steal money because there's no security cameras. It's probably really easy to steal. Because if I'm just dropped in, like, okay, I'm not gonna. If it sounds bad, it makes me sound like a criminal. I'm not gonna
You could
steal
steal.
money. Well, I'd have to
Oh,
figure out
that's
something.
fine. I mean, that's
I
fine.
wouldn't steal. I
But
wouldn't
no, but
steal.
like again, like if you went into a Walmart right now, or like at any, or like in the future, whatever, I don't know, and you stole a gallon of milk, like go to jail. Might not. I mean, you might get away with it. No one would care. You steal, you get caught. Like back, bro, you're cooked. You're done. You're dead.
I know.
You're gonna
I
get
know.
put on your
I just
ass.
you just wouldn't get caught. I don't think I'd steal. I'd probably like hire a smuggler though. I just like go a little like aboard a ship. I'd probably also not be great, but I don't know. I'd again though much rather go in the past because I think the future, the
Okay.
uncertainty of the future, first of all, also like 200 years from now could look completely like on the current trend. I think completely different in a worse way. I don't think the world's gonna end, but I think it's gonna look completely different in a worse way, and I'm not ready for that. So okay, we have like 9 minutes left, so maybe like one more, and then we'll close it there. But yeah, I'm going in the past 100%. What are you doing?
What if, what if the future, it's unknown, but like it is technologically advanced. Like everything is like normal, right? Like their countries are still the countries. Like there's not any words. It's just
Hmm.
technological advancements.
That's tough. That's tough. So the future is not an abyss.
Yes, you're not being dropped into
Its
like a
society
nuclear
is still
war.
intact.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're on
Ooh,
whatever number president we're on.
that is tough. I reckon, oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like it would still maybe no. I
Also
would
consider 200 years and the concept of generations isn't that much. So like you probably, assuming that you've had kids, your kids had kids, like you probably have family there too.
yeah,
You
so
absolutely don't have family in 15th
I'm
century.
just I'm just
You have
alone
no
in my I'm
fucking
20
clue.
I'm 22.
They speak
Okay.
a weird ass language. Like you can barely understand
Oh
your
God.
accents. Like,
Oh man. I don't know. I think maybe I've kind of reminded me I'd be like Fry from Futurama. And you know what would be great too? All my bank accounts and investments, assuming the market didn't collapse and my
hey,
bank accounts are
you're
still
not
there.
you're not like
I'd
a
be
fucking billionaire here.
I'd
Like,
be
what
oh,
the fuck?
I'd be rich. I'd be rich. 200 years. I'd be rich.
My guy, you don't have access to that shit.
Why not? It's my bank account
Get
still exists.
dropped in, you think that they're just gonna like let that sit for 200 years? You're
Accruing
gone.
interest.
You disappear from right now.
Accruing
Everyone,
interest.
wait, everyone is just like Kyle Jacobs has disappeared. This is what will happen.
Yeah, I disappeared, but my it doesn't mean my bank account left.
Bro,
I don't know what happens to
your
people's bank
dad
accounts when
is
they
taking
disappear.
your dad is taking your investments.
No, it's leave
All of
them. Leave them there.
your Nvidia stock, it's his now.
Just leave it there, and then I'm accruing interest, and I'm rich, the richest man in the. I'm Warren Buffett.
No, that's not how this works. That's not
Uh,
you're worried.
okay. That is a tough question, though. I feel like I'd have to think about it a lot. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for me just because I know what's going to happen, relatively speaking, in the past. So, like, I know where to go. I understand. I don't understand completely how to act. I think it's going to be harder than I think it is to assimilate. But I think with my know-how, just from being in the future, and like, do I have an iPhone? but there's no Wi-Fi
I
anyway. It
don't,
doesn't
I
really
don't, I
matter.
don't know. Oh, in the
Eh,
15th century, do you have an iPhone?
no,
What
okay.
does it, what
No, it
does it
doesn't really
matter for
matter. I
like
guess it
the
doesn't really
few days
matter.
of battery you'll have?
It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Wow. I think I'd have to go to the future in that case if society was still intact. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
it's
have to go to the
normal.
future.
No one
Go
ever,
to
no one had the balls in 200 years to press the red button and nuke another country. Global warming, not real, not real. So you're
Okay,
fine. We're
nice.
good.
Okay, good. Well, if that's the case, good. All right. So, my second one. Actually, we're gonna end the pod there for today. I think that was a
We're
good.
ending the pod.
We're gonna end the pod there.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Zach, for coming in today. I appreciate it,
Thank you for
and
having me, Kyle.
stay
You
tuned
need
for next week.
you need a podcast name. You need a title.
We're gonna come up with that. We'll fix that in post. Maybe the Kdizzle
Fix it in
pod.
post. Kate
The Kdizzle pod.
Kyle's cojones. He
Kyle's
had
cut.
he he had the
We're gonna
cojones.
probably cut that out. We're gonna cut that out.
What?
Um,
Why?
thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.